So there were some problems in your workbook last night with special solutions. So I imagine that those left you feeling a little confused, and I'll go over those today. So the first thing we want to do is bring our variables together. You can go ahead and put that away. Bring our variables together. They shouldn't be separated by this line. They should be on the same side. So there's two right things to do. So half of you guys are going to do one way and half might do the other, and that's okay. They're both equally good. We could either minus 7x on both sides, or we could add 4x on both sides. I don't like negatives, so I'm going to add 4x. Here and here. X goes with it. These are additive inverses, so they cancel out. I now have 11 x's added to 12 equals 78. So now this is just like what we've been doing. We want to just work to get this x by itself. So we have a plus 12, and the opposite of plus is minus, so we'll minus 12 to cancel it out. 11x is 66. And then this is multiplication, and the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we'll divide both sides by 11. So this time the x doesn't go with the 11. X equals 6. And you can plug it in and check it. Just so you guys know, I'm not available today after school. I've been here every day, but today I'm not available. So, what's my first move here? Aiden. Yeah, so if there's parentheses, and those parentheses indicate, distribution, get that distribution done first. So typically, if there is distribution, you're going to do it first. Do that distribution before I add 11, I'm going to distribute. So I do 3 times b, 3b, and 3 times 5 is 15. And then I'll bring the rest of the problem down. So next, I'm not going to add 11. I mean, it's not technically wrong, but best practice next is to combine your like terms. So here and here, these two numbers are on the same side of the line. So we're not going to do opposites, but we are going to combine them. Yeah, 4. Combine like terms on the same side. So I'm doing negative 11 added to 15 is 4. And that's the best procedure. And now we have a much more basic equation. I did negative 11 and 15 together, since they're both constants. Because they're on the same side. It's not wrong, but as you get into more and more complicated equations, it will be more difficult if you don't just go ahead and collect. Like, just simplify everything over here before you move it across the line. Your goal is to get this side as simple as possible before you start bringing things over. Or you're just bringing things over and bringing things over and bringing things over. Just simplify it, and then the inverse operations is less than if you would just start moving things. That's our next move. That's it. down to one step, that's multiplication, and the opposite of multiplication is division. Let's call these next four classrooms. Yeah, we have a worksheet. I don't know. We'll see how quickly you guys are. Maybe I'll label them because it deserves a label.
Special solution.
What?
Why is smart so hard to do?
If you haven't written the problem down, you're late.
What?
I walked away to give you a chance to write the problem.
One problem?
Well, yeah, it's pre-written. Are you ready? I'm gonna start it.
Yeah, apparently for me.
What's my point?
I don't like this. It's hard.
It's definitely difficult to just do sitting there staring at it.
Well, I'm just paying attention.
Yeah.
Right?
I think maybe you should try writing though for a little bit.
I worked out this
Like-
before I feel alive.
Yeah, she filled that out.
You used to say, oh, it kind of hurts when I write, but I don't. Like, I don't think it hurts anymore.
It's still healing.
Well, I think you could write a little. I don't
Okay,
feel.
then-
I don't feel as bad for you as I did.
He says he hates football games anyways. A what?
Okay. Alright, back on track. So, what's our first move, Kalia? Distribute. I like how you guys say the line though. The line needs to be there. I agree. Distribute here, in here, not all the way around. Oh, negative 10? How about that? Oh, yeah, 5 times negative 2. So I'm going to get that result, negative 10. I write it as a minus 10. Definitely a source of confusion. You get better as you go. You get better as you go with that. All right, so.
When you combine like terms in the next step, do you say that that's
Yeah. Negative 10 plus 3. 5h minus 7 equals 5h minus 7. This is pretty special.
It's literally just 5H.
Like me.
It's actually.
I mean, I guess I had it like that, but
Yeah, let's just say that we keep going and we want to bring the h's to the same side. We would subtract this 5h and subtract this 5h. And they both cancel. Negative 7 equals negative 7. Is this a true fact?
Yes.
This is true. And we're going to go further and we're going to say true for all real numbers. That's what makes this special. So if you get to a point, and if you follow the steps like I've been saying to do them, you'll find the point pretty quickly. If you get to a point where the left exactly matches the right, the signs are exactly the same, that's a true for all real numbers. What that means is, like right here, if h is 1, both sides are the same. If h is 10, both sides are the same. H could be anything, and it's always going to be true. H could be negative 3, and both sides will equal. H could be everything. That's why it's true for all real numbers. not imaginary numbers. It's the square root of a negative. You're not supposed to square root negatives, so we call it imaginary. But it's a bad name because we square root negatives all the time in electricity. We should have called them something else. Negative square root. Yeah. It gets weird. So what's the other special solution you guys have heard of? There's true for all real numbers, and what's the other thing? Not true. False. What do we call it? No solution. So this one's probably no solution. Special solutions are either true for all real numbers or no solution. No, I told you. You gotta prove it. You have to prove it through the process.
What's our difference? No solution.
Guys, can I tell you that true for all real numbers is called an identity?
Yes.
And no solution is called a contradiction.
Honey, be quiet. Be quiet.
Can you write that down? True for all real numbers sometimes will be called identity in some mathematics. Instead of true for all real numbers, they'll want you to identify that as an identity. No solution instead of no solution is called a contradiction. Okay, let me put my line in and do my distribution. Okay, Benjamin, before I start moving things around, what should I do? Combine those like terms. Best practice. Best process. So 5 and 2 are on the same side of the equal line. We're not going to cancel. We're not going to do opposite. We're just going to do 5 plus 2. So take away the 2n, cancel the 2n. And we get 7 equals 0, which is false. That's never been true. If it comes down to it and your variable is canceled like that, it's no solution. What this means is that there isn't anything ever that will ever make this come true, and I can explain it pretty good looking right here. If you look at this green circle, factory look where it says 7 plus 2n equals 2n, does that make any sense? Like, let's say n was 4. We would have an 8 here and an 8 here, right? So is 7 added to 8 ever the same as just 8? No, this 7 being on this left side of this equation and the ends being exactly the same means that this will never be balanced. It's impossible to make the two sides equal. So if it's this and this are equal and this one just has a number, that's never going to work out. These will never equal. The variable cancels and it's a contradiction. Okay, 2 more.
I want to try them all myself. Tony, be quiet.
Go for it.
Whoa. Wait. I guess so. Hey, we're not geometry.
That's what I was talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't really like this.
You know perimeter.
Yeah.
Do we?
Just the outside. You add on the outside, right?
Yeah, perimeter is
No.
when you walk around it, how far you'll be walking.
Yeah, I don't know why you gave me that attitude for no reason.
Okay, so find the value of x so that the figures have the same perimeter. Cool, so we gotta write the equation, solve the equation, figure out perimeters. There's a lot going on here. I don't think it is. Upon quick look, I don't think it is. Thanks, Kate. Okay, so perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, because you got your length, your length, your width, your width, so you have to add them all up. So the perimeter of the right side is 2 times 6 plus 2 times x. Everybody agree with that? This represents the perimeter of the left rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. The left is 12 plus 2x. Left figure. Did I lose you?
Oh, I get it, because there's 4. Yeah, I got it.
There's 4 sides, there's 2 lengths, and there's 2 widths. Let's do the next side. Okay, so the skinny rectangle, the perimeter is 2 times 2x plus 2 plus 2 times x. Everybody agree with that? You got 2 times this side length and 2 times this side length. So we need to simplify this guy. Distribute. And we have like terms we need to combine. Thank you. We're just doing 6 problems in class. This is so fun. Okay, so Tony, what's the question asking us?
Find the value of x so that I can barely read this. So the same perimeter. Yeah, bro.
Okay, so we did the perimeter of this guy, and we did the perimeter of this guy. How are we gonna figure out what will happen if they have the same perimeter? What does same mean in mathematics? Equals. Like same means we need equal sign. Let's make them equal and solve for x. So let's set this perimeter equal to this perimeter and solve. That's it. So it's 12 plus 2x, the perimeter of the left figure, equals 6x plus 4, the perimeter of the right figure. You go ahead and solve that. I don't think it is. You think it's 2? Anybody think they know it? You think it's 2? It's 2x. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna minus 2x here. We'll show the process. I like what you're saying. I do. I really am into it, but show the process. So 12 equals 4x plus 4. I've run out of room. So many different answers. Minus 4 from both sides. 8 equals 4x. Divide by 4 and 2 equals X. Let's write a sentence. I'm gonna start it with when, but you guys can start your sentence how you like. When there we go. I'm gonna do equivalent. I actually think it's more English. I think equivalent is the proper grammar and then equal. I mean, I'll say equal 9 or 10 times, but equivalent does sound nice. I'm not saying equal's wrong. I think it's more grammatically correct. Okay, that's it. We did it. Get your homework out from yesterday. Wait a minute, there's one more.
Whoa, whoa, let's not do that. Hiroshi is buying water skis that are on sale for 2/3. Are you discriminating?
This is how the government says that our problems are culturally sensitive, is that they use the exact same problem and they put Hiroshi in it instead of David. And now it's like culturally diverse.
I agree.
Not true. Not you can't just put a ethnic David and say that this is culturally diverse, but whatever. Hiroshi is obviously Asian.
Can I read?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and read out loud like you were.
Hiroshi is buying water skis that are on sale for 2/3 of the original price. After he uses a $25 gift card, the total cost before taxes is $115. What was the original price of the skis? Write an equation and solve. Sorry.
You know what really makes us more culturally diverse is if he wasn't buying water skis, right? If he was buying like a product that's sold in a different nation that we would never hear of, right?
Like if you was
Someone
buying.
who's like from Asia necessarily seen water skis.
What actually?
I don't know.
What about like Asian McDonald's? Yeah, Asian McDonald's is slush. I have been to Asia.
Write the equation. Write the equation. She have water skis. Write the equation. How do you show 2/3 of original price? What's the word of mean in math?
Divided by.
You discussed it within your groups, I guess.
It's like part.
I think so, because what you have to put like the variable next to it. Yeah. And then do we add those times or do we?
I promise you.
So what do we do with the gift card? Do we add it, subtract it? Because this is money. It's not like. I want to say.
One swipe. You're not ready.
Am I ahead of you guys or am I behind you guys? Are you with me?
I have a watch list that goes on.
Patrick, do you know how to solve this little bit? You know where to go. How do you get rid of this fraction next to this p here? By what? 3/2. Like if it's a full fraction, you can just flip it and do it on both sides. We're gonna we're gonna take care of that fraction all in one move. Multiply by the reciprocal.
The answer is 115.
No, it's not. It's 210.
Too far. I don't really want to multiply this, so maybe I reduce. Maybe I don't. I don't want to confuse you. If I can reduce it.
I get confused easily. Just put on the calculator.
420 divided by 2.
Wait, so 25 and 15. Oh, it is.
What did I say?
Maybe let's hear a sentence to go with that awesome answer.
I never said I had a sentence.
I can make a sentence.
Let's hear from somebody who hasn't gone. Somebody else make a sentence.
I'm perfect. Tony, give me a sentence.
No, Tony's gone.
Mikhail, give me a sentence.
Will, do you want to give a sentence? You did?
Yeah, Mikhail has it.
Michelle's gone. Joseph. Give us a sentence.
Hiroshi.
Sentence.
Yoshi.
I don't know if Bot's gonna work for you. I'm actually gonna erase the whole thing. I'm gonna say the original. Go ahead from there. Uh-huh. Yep, of the skis, yep. They're really big. It's 210. Alright, now get out your homework.
Alright, let's do it.
Special solutions. So if there are some that you circled that you found weird, maybe those are the special solution problems.
I forgot about Florida. I just don't want to do it.
I know it's not. -7. 0. Actually,
Oh, somebody.
what? Then k equals 4. And 12 equals 12. For 11 and 12 equals 12. And 12 is -2.
Check 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Wait. You look at the other page? Oh, I didn't know. Trying to take points off. Alright,
A star.
this.
Soccer player switch. Okay, that's too far. You wouldn't hit it if I didn't. You would have hit it.
Alright, who's got a question on homework? What was 25 to 26? Anybody get 17 and 18? Baby, what'd you get for 25?
I got 17 and 18.
We did this one in class, but it was negative. This one's 11, 12, and 13.
Oh, we haven't worked.
People don't work.